This presentation is for educational purposes only and does not claim to diagnose, prevent, or cure any diseases or disorders. The advice and methods of this presentation should not be construed as financial, medical, or psychological advice or treatment. Please seek advice from a professional if you have serious issue, and if a Chod session doesn't feel right to you, please do not perform it. This meditation contains imagery that some may find disturbing, discretion advised. By watching and or participating in this presentation, you understand that results are not guaranteed. Yamajit, John Hollinsby Mayer, Tridevi Chamunda Mandir, and YouTube cannot accept any responsibility for any injuries or damages incurred from the practices and meditations contained in this video. Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit, and thank you so very much for joining us for our monthly Chod practice. This one is dedicated to Ma Bhadrakali, the benevolent form of the Divine Mother in the Kathmandu Valley of Nepal. I'd like to start out with a couple of announcements. Tibetan Book of the Dead sadhana will continue Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 7 p.m. These will be the last 3 installments of the series. On Tuesday, following the sadhana, I'll be sharing with you a meditation which will include the Navadurga Stotram, or the hymn to the 9 Durgas. Next Friday, we won't be doing our usual Friday puja and or satsang because it's Mahashivaratri, the great night of Lord Shiva. And so I'm going to be taking part in the celebrations at Shiva Sai Mandir, 1391 South Pennsylvania in Denver. There will be things going on there all night. I'll be doing the midnight puja to Lord Yama and Ma Chamunda. I would invite you to go to shivamandir.org and get more information. You can also find out how to access their broadcast, and of course you're welcome to come in person as well. This presentation will be an adaptation of a traditional Tibetan Chod practice, only this one will be dedicated to the form of Ma Kali or Chamunda, worshipped in the Kathmandu Valley and known as Ma Bhadrakali. It would be offered as a guided healing meditation, a sound meditation for healing body, mind, and spirit. This was originally developed as a personal sadhana for myself, but it feels right to share this both as tonight's sadhana and in an upcoming book. I normally wouldn't blend 2 spiritualities in this manner. However, this is a very unique situation. In Nepal, there's already a very strong syncretism between the local forms of Hinduism and Vajrayana Buddhism, the Buddhism of the Tibetan Plateau. In Nepal, there are often Buddhist shrines and symbolism in Hindu temples, and vice versa, and there are many Nepalis who visit temples dedicated to both spiritualities. And we can see the blending of these 2 spiritualities in Ma Bhadrakali's image. We have 3 statuettes on our altar, and I'm going to show you a couple of photos of paintings. So Ma Bhadrakali is typically blue-skinned. She is shown seated or crouching in a birthing posture. She is holding a number of objects, including a curved triguk or kartika, a curved knife, very often used in cutting apart a body for sky burial. This represents the cutting away of our egos. A damaru drum, a sword, a small shield for protecting her children, a skull staff with a trident called a katvanga, and the severed head of a demon. She's also wearing a necklace of 50 freshly cut heads. These represent the 50 letters of the Sanskrit alphabet, and therefore her connection with the power of mantra. Her crown, and we typically see this crown in Buddhist deities, that represents with 5 skulls, and those 5 skulls represent the transformation of 5 poisons to 5 wisdoms. She is seated or standing on 2 figures, presumably figures who were dead, who have now been revived by her touch. They're both holding Kapala skull bowls, representing the transformation of consciousness, something Bhadrakali is holding herself also. And notice they're both looking toward the center. And this represents being centered on the present moment, not worrying about the past or the future, but being in that present moment, a very transformative place to be. And she herself is enthroned upon a charnel ground. When we look at this other image, it's kind of similar to the Bhadrakali we have in the center here, where the figure is surrounded by an arch of flames, and we typically see this again in Tibetan Buddhist iconography. That arch of flames represents both enlightenment and consciousness and also transformation. And so here we have another Bhadrakali. Sometimes she's shown as being red in color. And really, this is a very popular image. If you're going to find a Kali image, if you're visiting Kathmandu, most likely you're going to find a Bhadrakali. And we find shrines, more shrines to Bhadrakali than we do any other form of Kali. She's holding some of the same instruments, and notice the dancing posture that she's assuming. She is very similar to many of the Dakini goddesses, including Tromanagmo, also known as Chod Kali or Wrathful Kali. And we see her in that same dancing posture, holding many of the same objects: the skull cup, the curved knife, the skull staff, and the necklace. And also, typically, the crown of 5 skulls. So Tromanagmo is the most wrathful form of Vajrayogini. And here we see a very similar figure to Bhadrakali. Trident, curved blade, skull cup, crown of 5 skulls, the necklace of severed heads or skulls, and she's also dancing upon, try and show this on the camera, 2 figures. One is a goddess, Kalaratri, meaning the darkness of night, and on the other side, Mahakala, the great force of time, the wrathful form of Lord Shiva. So because of these close associations, it felt appropriate to compose a Chod based on this form of the Divine Mother, Ma Bhadrakali. Tonight's sadhana is adapted from primarily a Chod practice known as the Yotot Nintyak healing Chod. For anyone new to this series who wants to learn more about Chod practice, I invite you to watch some of the previous recording installments of our Chod practice series, which is available on this channel. So during this meditation, I'm going to invite you all to lay down in Shavasana, or you can do this as a seated meditation. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to think about and choose a personal issue that's in need of healing or resolution. And if you wish, you'll be given the opportunity to visualize your issue as a living being, a personal demon, to feed in the course of this meditation. In Chod meditation, we transform our inner demons. We don't try to chase them away. We don't run away from them. We don't try to slay them. Instead, we honor them. We make the monster in the closet, that closet being our unconscious, our friends, by offering them what they most desire, ourselves. There's nothing else for you to do. Just open your receptivity and allow the words and the chants and the melodies to guide your consciousness to where it needs to go at the moment. Each section of our Chod practice will be sung in English and accompanied by traditional instruments, the temple drum, the shang bell, and the kangling thigh-bone trumpet. And there have also been some modifications to this practice to facilitate visualization. The entire meditation will be spoken or sung. The main melody I'm going to be using is one from the famous Jopa Lama Vangdu Rinpoche. There's no right or wrong way to experience this practice. What you experience will be unique for every individual. So let's go ahead and prepare. I invite you to find a comfortable position, either seated or lying down. If you're lying down, you might want to have something under your knees or under your head, maybe a blanket covering you. Whether seated or standing, find a position that's comfortable, but your back can be straight. You might roll your shoulders back to open the chest, to open the breath. To punctuate certain parts of the meditation and ritual, we'll be using the mantra Pe to release our intentions into being. I'll also be using a traditional Kali mantra, the Nivarna mantra, Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. So sitting, lying down. You can also sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor and your hands resting on your knees. And I invite you to make any adjustment you might need to, so you can remain still and comfortable for the next several minutes. And then I invite you to close your eyes and breathe deeply. Open yourself to the visualizations and the experience. And if you wish, I invite you to think about and maybe visualize a personal issue that's currently in need of healing or resolution. And if possible, note where this issue resides in your physical body. And let that area be your personal focus for the energies generated by this practice. And then if it feels right, I invite you to imagine what your personal issue would look like if it was a living being. This is your personal demon which will be fed and transformed into a benevolent life being during the Black Feast portion of our meditation. So notice its appearance, its size, its shape, and any other characteristics. Ask it for its name. Notice any other sounds it makes, any movements or actions, and any other details. And then let that image go for the time being. Relax and breathe deeply, and let the songs, mantras, and instruments guide your consciousness to where it needs to be at this moment. In our gurus, the Dharma and the fellowship, Until enlightenment we take refuge in you. May we, through the merit of compassion, achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. Pay in our gurus, the Dharma, and the fellowship. Until enlightenment we take refuge in you. May we, through the merit of compassion, achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. Pay in our gurus, the Dharma, and the fellowship. Until enlightenment we take refuge in you. May we, through the merit of compassion, achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. Pay. May all wandering sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all wandering sentient beings be free from the sufferings and the causes of sufferings. May all wandering sentient beings never be separated from the supreme joy. And may all wandering sentient beings be free from attachment, aversion, and sorrow. Pay. Pay. To the union of birth, existence, and destruction. To the Mother of Divinity, we pray from the depths of heart and bones. Bless us through your body, speech, and mind. Grant us the supreme yogic wisdom. Venerable Mahakali Devi. Pay. Consciousness is ejected into space. Hey! Becoming Ma Bhadrakali. Her skin is blue in color. Holding a triguk and a skull cup, with the curved knife in her right hand. She removes the skull cup from our corpses and places them upon a self-arisen tripod of 3 human skulls. Inside the skull cup are flesh and bones, are chopped as fine as sesame seeds. Through the union of fire and of wind, it becomes an ocean of nectar, filling the breadth of space with endless offering clouds. Whatever is wished for or desired arises from each class of our guests, distributed by countless offering goddesses. emanated from our hearts as Bhadrakali. Emanated from our hearts as Bhadrakali. Pay. The fire burns, the skull cup boils, steam rises, forming white offering clouds of nectar. The 64 yoginis emanate from the heart of the mother Bhadrakali, carrying the offerings to their recipients. The saints, our teachers, the peaceful deities and benevolent beings and spirits. For them, the nectar manifests as puja offerings, as gold, silver, jewels, silks, palaces, and healing medicines. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Fire burns, the skull cup boils, steam rises, forming red offering clouds. The yoginis carry this offering to the wrathful gods, the dharma protectors, and the directional deities. For them, the offerings manifest as wine, meat, horses, armor, and weapons. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Fire burns, the skull cup boils, steam rises, forming rainbow-colored offering clouds to be carried to the beings of the 6 realms, to those who dwell in the deepest of hells, to the realm of the hungry ghosts, the animals, the humans, the jealous gods, and the heavenly deities. The offerings manifest as those things each being needs most and desires. By consuming them, the beings of the 6 realms are relieved of their sufferings and attain enlightened consciousness. Here you are invited to visualize yourself receiving the medicines you need most at this time for the healing of body, mind, and spirit. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Again our bodies are suddenly reborn, then collapse, falling down dead. With a curved knife in her right hand, Ma Bhadrakali chops our bodies again into pieces. The fire burns, the skull cup boils, black steam rises, signaling the demons and malevolent spirits and karmic creditors to gather. Upon our flayed and bloody skins, Ma Bhadrakali heaps our flesh, our blood, our fat, our bones and organs. The demons and spirits feast happily upon our bodies, and again through this feast their sufferings are relieved, their wounds healed, and their eyes are opened to enlightened consciousness. At this time, you are invited to watch your own personal demon partaking in the feast and being transformed into a benevolent light being, an ally. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Vichye. The assemblies, gods, spirits, and demons, to all sentient entities, may these offerings made with our devotion purify samsaric sufferings to the glorious Dharma protectors, the guests of enlightened qualities, by these offerings made unto you. May you grant enlightenment to the beings of the 6 realms, the guest of our compassion. Through this act of generosity, may your sufferings be transformed into happiness. To the classes of elemental spirits and the gifts of karmic debt, through this blessing may you be pacified and come to possess enlightened consciousness. Thus whatever arises is a magical display of the primordial wisdom of the gurus. May all beings be pleased and satisfied by the offerings of our bodies, and may all wanderers be liberated from the sufferings of existence. Pay! 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 Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Vichye. We offer water for sipping. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Vichye. We offer water for washing. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Vichye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. We offer incense. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. We offer light. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. We offer flowers. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. We offer food. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. We offer fragrance. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. We offer music. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. We offer our devotion. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. 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 By this merit may we quickly achieve the state of Ma Bhadrakali, and may we establish all beings on her level of enlightenment. Visualize now Ma Bhadrakali seated upon a lotus in a birth-giving position. Below her feet are two beings. She holds a curved blade, a damaru drum, a sword, a small shield, a skull staff, and the head of a demon. She has a crown of 5 skulls. Her skin is blue in appearance. She is surrounded by benevolent life beings that were once our inner demons. With the syllable pay, this scene will transform into an orb of golden light. Pay! With the next inhalation and the syllable pay, the golden orb will descend through the crowns of our heads, through our central channels, to reside within our hearts. Pay! In the state where the vision, sounds, and awareness are divinity's mantra and enlightenment, in the practice of profound secret yoga, may the one taste of unified consciousness manifest. Pay. I invite you now to rest for a time in stillness and a place of silence, integrating the practice into your being. Jema, Jema, Jema. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Whether you are seated or lying down, I invite you to take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the meditation, becoming aware of the sounds of my voice, the sounds of the space in which you're in. Feeling the floor beneath you, the clothes on your skin, the temperature of the air on your face. Bringing yourself back. And slowly moving your fingers and toes, your hands and feet, your arms and legs a little bit, and slowly bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Acknowledging the presence of the Divine Mother within and without, knowing that she is guiding you. Being open to the subtle changes of this practice you may experience in the days ahead. Flashes of insight, some interesting dreams. Maybe handling a situation a little differently from the way you might have before. And also take a moment to give gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice, knowing you can replay the recording of this broadcast again any time that you would like to do it again. And slowly opening your eyes. Namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me. And Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. I would encourage you to take it slow for a while and spend some time in quiet meditation and let yourself be fully back and fully grounded before resuming your days or evenings activities. I hope you enjoyed tonight's offering. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions to the temple website, aumcdevi, D-E-V-I, at gmail.com. You're also welcome to message me at my channel. And I look forward to you joining me for the remaining Tibetan Book of the Dead sadhanas for our Tuesday meditation and for Mahashivaratri on Friday at Shiva Sai Mandir. Until then, thank you so very much. And Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma.